Okay, we're going to examine the beginning of the liver channel. The liver channel begins on the great toe on the inside corner and travels up between second and first toe along the shin bone to the inside of the knee and all the way up to your rib cage. We're going to cover the first 5 points here. So point number 1, liver 1 is on the inside corner of the toenail. This point is called the big mound, and it is useful for any type of herniation in the body, any hernias. The nail points in general, hands or feet, in emergency situations, they will needle those points and bleed them to restore consciousness. This is one of the points that they use to restore consciousness. Instead of bleeding, we can just pinch them and get some pain in there. So if there was uncontrolled uterine bleeding, we couldn't stop the bleeding, we might pinch really hard. If there was a lot of genital pain, the liver channel comes up, and before it gets to the ribs, it actually circles the genitalia, goes up the groin. The liver channel is used for various genital issues. The liver channel is also part of the wood element. So wood is the springtime. The springtime is when everything sprouts from the ground. So this point, the nail points in general, are the beginning of the energy. So it's kind of like that first trickle of energy. So if we're seeing a lack of that flow of energy, such as failure to launch, if you're still living with your mother when you're 40 years old, you might want to give a good stimulation to that liver 1 point to help get that sprouting, emerging, moving again. Liver 2 is in between the web of the first and the second toe. When you're doing acupressure, it's not as critical. Like if you're using a needle, you have to be really precise on the location. But here we're just gonna poke right in there and give a stimulation. This is liver 2. It's called move between. If you just think about the names that they have, move between. This point gives us the flexibility to deal with obstacles in life, to move between and find our way through. And so this point is actually very good for insomnia, when the obstacle becomes day and night and we don't have the flexibility to shift our system into sleep. This is one way to help. This could be used for children too, who can't shift from one thing to the next. They have a hard time with transitions. Liver 3, we follow up between those toes and we get stuck right about there, meaning those bones come together and we don't have room to move any further. And that's going to be liver 3, right in there. This is the source point of the liver channel. And what that means is it's kind of like the battery charger. So like if that energy is getting depleted, this is a good point to like charge that battery up. The liver energy is about our plans. Like what's the structure of our day? We get up, we eat breakfast, we take a shower, etc. And so the plans we have for our vision are charged with this point. Just doing a stimulation into that point charges up the energy of our plans towards our vision. This point is called supreme rushing or the great surge. It gives us a sense of security, kind of the security of like everything is being provided for us naturally. And supreme or great refers to our spirit, our center, our heart. And being a liver point on a physical level, this also increases detoxification from the liver. It is also known as the total relaxation point. Liver 4 comes up, and right where, when we flex our foot, that little gap right in there, that little hole right there is liver 4. And so we can just push into that tendon and stimulate liver 4. This is called middle seal or middle mound. And it's for improving your ability to see clearly, to have clarity. If you're unsure of the right way, if you're not able to decipher or feel what is a good direction for you in life. And middle seal means that there's a seal of approval. You can see that seal and it says organic or whatever it might be, the middle seal. This helps us see that. And the other version, middle mound, is like there's something in our way. Some people see it as removing a mound. Some people see it as identifying a symbol of, like I call it heart right, when you feel and your head starts nodding up and down because you're like, that is the right path. That is the right choice. That is the right direction. So that might be the seal of approval. And then liver 5, from the very center of the medial malleolus, this bone on our ankle, we go 4 fingers up. And these are measurements in Eastern medicine. This is actually 3 measurements. And then from here to here is 2. So this point is 5 measurements up from that medial malleolus. So we go to the second knuckle there, and you see I've already marked this one time. That is liver number 5. And that's how you measure in Eastern medicine. This point is called insect ditch. And so insects symbolize irritations in life, little annoyances, little frustrations. And so if we're incessantly frustrated and annoyed with life, we may need to stimulate this. This is the Lao point, which means in the wood element, there's a liver and a gallbladder that is the partnership. Gallbladder is the yang or more masculine, liver is the yin, more feminine. This pulls some masculine energy into the liver channel to clean up and clear out our annoyances so that we can resolve frustrations and restore a smooth flow of qi. So this point can kind of get things flowing more smoothly on a full body level. It's sort of like a systemic, let's get things moving and flowing correctly in the right direction. This point should be considered for any genital issues and itching anywhere in the body. Insect ditch, itching anywhere in the body could be helped with liver 5.